Water really is life, and out here in the bush, from the smallest depression to the biggest dams that it could collect in, there's always something to be found. So we're gonna go waterhole hopping here at Mabula. So we're all tugged up, another cold morning here at Mabula, cold and fresh. And we've come across our first dam. So Hunter's Dam is another one of those small water holes. And you can see it's got quite a bit of water, and we have yellow-billed stork doing its thing. I'm actually surprised that we don't have more birds here at the moment. We sometimes see the marabou stork here, African spoonbills as well, but for the moment the yellow-billed stork has the water all to itself, and you know what that means? It has the water's bounty all to itself too. I also see a blacksmith lapwing on the other side. Do you have eggs anywhere? Some chicks somewhere? No. You're partnerless as well. Oh well. I've heard that if you need a partner, you should hang out at watering holes. It's still pretty chilly, so I think lots of animals are going to need it to warm up a touch before they get active. But that's okay, we have plenty of water holes that we're going to be visiting, so let's head on to the next one. We've arrived at another dam, and there's so much going on at this dam, not actually at the water, but around us. There's zebras, there's giraffe, there's eland, and even at the actual water hole, some exciting things too. So we've come around now and we have, none other than 2 marabou storks. So we've been seeing 1 marabou stork, which is quite unusual for Mabula in general. But here we have 2, which is crazy. Now I have a feeling that this marabou stork on the left is the one that we've been seeing, but the one on the right looks more mature and larger. And I don't think we've met that one before. Oh, looks like we have a grey heron in that tree. Oh, aren't you looking gorgeous? Do you want to fly? It's like it answered with a shake of the tail. Yes, you do want to fly? Go on, fly. Maybe you want to drop down into the water and show us what you do best. Very peaceful here at this dam. It's getting nice and warm now, but still not quite warm enough to be putting their heads into the water to hunt. The grey heron is more likely to do it. The marabou storks can still hunt here. They can still take small fish and frogs, even though they're mostly scavengers. But for now, it's all about having a chilled morning where they get to warm up. Now we're at Nglubi Dam, and there's a lot going on here. We've got the hippos that are chilling, having a nice rest, very much like me. They're trying to catch the morning sunlight because it's been chilly. And we also have a little baby croc. Hello, baby croc. It's only about 1 meter long. It looked like it was about to go into the water earlier, but it too is enjoying the sunlight. Oh, Cam, and look over there. There's some baboons. It's all happening here. Hello guys. Doing a bit of cleaning. Luckily for them, they've got some nice thick fur, so the cold's not going to be bothering them too much. Coming down for a nice drink. So we've just driven over to the other side of the dam now. There's a really nice road that runs alongside. Oh, hello piggies. It's generally not what we think of when we come to the dam. That we'll see some warthogs at the edge there. What are you even eating? There's nothing growing there. Well, I bet that my sense of smell is definitely not as good as a warthog, so they're obviously sniffing something tasty out there. So the reason I want to come over to this side of the dam is I know that there's the tiny, tiny baby hippo, and sometimes she's out in this section. So I want to just take a little bit of a drive further down there. Oh, there it is. Hello, little. Oh, it's so cute. It's the one on the left. The one on the right is also little, but not as little as the littlest. Oh, I love this hippo so much. It's so tiny. When we got here, I thought it must be about 2 or 3 weeks old. So maybe only a month by now, maybe slightly less. And look at what good condition their skin is in. I've noticed that with all the hippos here at Mabula. Well, at least I got to show you baby hippo. She was the one that was missing earlier when we were over on the other side of the dam. But she likes to hang out on this side. Anyway, off we go, back over the dam wall and over to some other dams. Well, now we're heading to one of the biggest dams at Mabula. It's called Mvubu Dam, and I'm really excited to see what bird species we'll find at this dam. There it is! So we've arrived at Mvubu Dam now, and we've heard something a little interesting. So obviously we were going around the different dams and we're trying to figure out what type of bird species are around, what types of mammals, what types of reptiles, and indeed there is a reptile here. There's a crocodile and it seems to be doing something interesting, at least from what we've heard. So we're going to try and find it. A Nile crocodile is an apex predator. And in the water, there really is no one else that can compare to it. Oh, there we go. Wow. What do you think? It looks almost like a... Ooh, maybe a blessbok? Oh my goodness. All right, let's move forward a little bit and find this gap. It doesn't look like the entire animal either. It looks like just the head. Whoa! I know it's hard to see, but there is a significant amount of the body there. This is quite intimidating. I mean, I don't think I've ever been this close to a crocodile. Obviously, we're safe. We're on the dam wall. But this crocodile is going to have to break up this antelope. Remember that they can't chew like us, so they need to break up their prey into smaller chunks that they can swallow. When we decided to go dam hopping this morning, I really didn't expect to see this. What do you think, Cam? It could even be a young eland. We've been seeing so many young elands around. The color is right. Wow, this has got to be one of my most epic crocodile sightings. Again, crocodiles being ectothermic, cold-blooded, unable to regulate their body temperature in the same way that we can, means that they can get very sluggish when it's cold, but they can also overheat when it's too warm. So they struggle a lot with this. And consuming meat takes a lot of metabolic energy, which means that if they eat a lot, they're going to be sluggish, but at the same time, they're going to be needing a lot of energy in order to digest all of that meat. So maybe eating when it's very cold is not the best idea. Maybe wait till it warms up and then start eating so you have enough energy to digest. There's so many factors at play here. We're looking over onto the other side of Mvubu Dam, where these impala, they're now grazing, but they were having a drink. Probably exactly the same as that young eland was early this morning, because it was in that exact area that we first spotted the crocodile, and it already had that baby eland kill. And then it swam all the way across this side. There we go. This crocodile is starting to break up this carcass by means of his death roll. Wow! Right on cue. But a reminder, a lot of the gruesomeness is happening underwater, but you might see quite a bit as he moves as well. So if you want to look away, this is the time to do it. See that he actually had a piece of meat in his mouth. And as we were talking about earlier, how he can't chew, he has to break pieces and swallow them. And that's exactly what we saw. This was so cool, so intense, so interesting to watch. And also the pace of the death roll and waiting for the death roll. And there's quite a lot of the carcass left, so he might continue to do this throughout the day. But this is by far the best waterhole sighting I could have expected here in Mabula this morning.